In the month of August, we saw some more green. S&P 500 up about 3.5%. You can see some others and what they produce in the month here, and then what they are year to date there. I think the biggest points that I want to make are while the overall market didn't have too much volatility in the month of August, there were definitely some individual holdings that did. I think of Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe a Robinhood, a Palantir, some of those other names that have really shot up throughout this year have come back down. It seemed like once kids went back to school, people looked at their statements and they said, "Hey, I've done pretty well. Let's sell a little bit." Now, I don't think this is cause for concern going forward the rest of the year or with these holdings in general. I just think it was a general sell-off. From here, the biggest points I want to make are it seems like the best pockets to hedge within right here and right now, as the market has come up a considerable amount, might be in both precious metals and crypto, where that they are, while they are both a form of investment, they have different alternative uses. And that use will help hedge against some of the other risks within the market. We're looking at a lot of stuff that is green. There doesn't seem to be general market optimism. In fact, if you look at consumer surveys, a lot of people seem to be down on the overall economy. And that's understandable with the inflation that we've had over the prior years. It costs a lot to live in the US right now. And, for a personal sense, that might be down, but as a market sense, there's a bit of elation. So there's a disconnect there. And when things get overly optimistic is when we want to be a little bit more cautious. Now, when we be more cautious, that doesn't mean that we sell everything and we expect a top or anything like that. But we just want to be mindful of how our money is working, and if we are making contributions, if everything should be going in. Now, I don't think that's necessarily a conversation for today, but that might be coming up. Maybe not by end of year, but going into 2026, if we continue at the pace that we are at. It is very rare to get back to back to back years of strong performance within the market. And despite the turbulence from tariffs and everything, we're seeing that this year. Now, tariffs is an interesting point because there are a lot of reports that have come out that have said that that corporations have borne the brunt of tariff impact more so than you and I as the consumer, which is great for us as a consumer, but the probability that that continues is pretty slim. So if the tariffs continue and corporations do start to pass on to you and I, the normal layperson, we might see an impact to the overall market. As we look forward to the rest of the year, historically speaking, September is the weakest month in the entire year, producing the least amount of return and even negative return most years. Again, you might see some selling. We don't think that, this is cause for concern going through the rest of the year, but we do have our eyes on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in September.